Want some food? Okay. Come on over in the sun. Come on. Hurry up. One more. Come on. One more. Come on. I've always sort of lived with the philosophy that if you take care of your neighbor and your neighbors take care of you, then there'll be no problems in the world. If the whole world could adapt that philosophy, I think it'd be a better world to live in. And if I can make their winters up here a little more enjoyable and a little more survivable by feeding the proper food and that, then it's worth it.
He feeds animals. That's you know, he always does. Yeah.
So he started feeding the birds up here when the ravens showed up?
Yeah, yeah. Well, whiskey jacks. Whiskey jacks are really easy to feed. Yeah, and the ravens started showing, and then he started collecting the fat and realizing that they would come the top of the hawk.
Oh, put your hat on. You got your hat on? Put your pants on. Put your pants on. Come on. Come on.
You know, the first time I ever seen you up here, right, which is several years ago, I just remember coming around the corner and you were going down and the ravens looked like if they were like flying with you while you were skiing because they were right close to you. And it was the most awesome sight and I loved it. It's something I'll always remember.
Quill has always been sketchy. He was the first one I met up here after Heidi and Jekyll relinquished the hill to them, the top of the hill. Come on, Quill.
He's been feeding Jekyll and Heidi for 3 years, starting in the spring, 2.5 years ago. And at first we thought they were Jekyll and Hyde, and then we realized that one was a Heidi. And they, last year, they were, from February on, just Jekyll would come. And we realized when we started investigating more on ravens that Heidi was nesting. And then this, just about a month ago, we were introduced, Mick was introduced to the two young ones. And that was quite an exciting event just over on the Eagle.
go. Put your hat on. You got your hat on. Put your pants on. Put your pants on. Come on.
When we first met Quill, he had one feather sticking out. Yeah, over there. But after the first year, it disappeared. But he had one white feather sticking out of his wing there. He's not quite as big as Jeff.
How do you tell females from males?
More size. The females are the smaller ones.
Come on. Every time we come up here, feed the ravens, and then it was sort of a sideline to feed the whiskey jacks. Of course, the whiskey jacks you can feed anytime when they show up because they just swarm you if you've got food. There's no sandwich or anything that's safe up here if the whiskey jacks are around.
I do a bird study in my nature class, I'd probably be the whiskey jack.
Yeah. The proper name is gray jay.
The young kids that are on the hill, they enjoy watching Lynn and I feed the whiskey jacks and that, and we quite often get them involved in feeding the whiskey jacks. And a lot of people will feed them bread and hot dog buns and that, which is not a good thing for wild birds. It's a false food. It just loads them up. Okay, last piece.
Is that camera shot, is he?
I don't think so, Ed. Come on. Let's go for a run. Come on.
You gonna get the bar back?
Come on, there we go. Here we go. Oh, coming up?
Yeah.
Used it for hiking and hunting and everything else. It's warm, it's comfortable, it's made out of a Whitney wool, Hudson's Bay blanket. And it can get pretty wet, but even when it's wet, it's still warm. To me, it's just a practical piece of clothing. And I started wearing it when I started snowboarding, and it's just stuck with me ever since. And On a good day, they'll go through about 2 pounds of fat. And yesterday they were all over the place. So we'll just have to see what happens today. I think they're getting ready to nest or something because they've been very sporadic in the last few days. Come on, Jekyll. Come on, Jekyll. And people have quite often asked me, you know, are those your birds? Because they see me flying, boarding down the hill, and the raven's flying beside me. No, I'm their human. They've got me very well trained.
I've seen them flying up and down the lifts looking for you.
Well, that's
over in the
interesting.
sunrise
Today?
And the eagle, not today. Last week I saw them flying up and down.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were coming in really close to the chairs,
Yeah.
looking at all the skiers, seeing if one was you.
Yeah.
I thought, when I first saw them, I thought they were your pets and you brought them here with you.
No,
You
no,
honestly
no,
thought
I'm their
that.
pet. You're cool. Jekyll, Heidi, come on. Jekyll, Heidi, come on. Jekyll. Well, the first couple of weeks, we just, one raven was showing up, and that was Heidi, of course. And then, but we noticed that instead of leaving us at the Hawk and flying across the valley where they usually fly, she was flying up to the village all the time. And so we started going up to the village and looking around, and there was no sign or anything like that, but we kept on going back and looking. Well, it was the last weekend of skiing on the Saturday. We came down to the Hawk and I noticed a large raven over in a tree over there. And I called. Heidi, it was Heidi that actually came in, and the raven was gone from the tree. And then, but Heidi wouldn't come in and feed, she just kept on. But we were in a very high traffic area, right at the bottom where the people queue up for the Hawk chair. And so we decided to move. And I turned around and Jekyll was flying over, and he made this swoop and came right in onto us and just basically landed right beside me, didn't he, Lynn?
Yeah.
And that was that was a moment of great joy for us because we knew it was Jekyll. He was so big.
Heidi was there as well.
And
so
Heidi was there as well.
We knew definitely that it was the both of them.
It was the both of them.
Because they were both there.
Where's Heidi? Where's Heidi? Come on. Come here.
Saw another raven flying back into here. But yeah, you're right. I think he's up in there. And I saw a raven behind us over here.
So we've got two.
I think so. I saw one over here.
And
Sort of between.
oh, got them both?
Heidi, come on.
Oh, yes. Oh, super. So glad you got us up here. I didn't think we were going to come back up again after we didn't see him last time. Great.
Yeah, thanks for the call.
So that is Jekyll.
Yeah, that's Jekyll. Raven, it was the size of that.
Jekyll!
Right there, Mike.
Right in front of you, Nick.
Come on. Come on.
They're happy to see you guys.
Oh, I have never seen him do that before.
No, not circle us.
Did you get that on film?
Where he was flying around us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just amazed me.
I think they're happy to see you guys
And the two of them
Yeah.
just going around.
around the
I've never spent all the years that we've come up here skiing and that, we've never spent this much time with them steady in one spot. We see them on the hill and they fly up and down the hill with us and that, and they disappear. They might come back and they might not. Then they both showed up and they've been milling around here ever since. And
In the past, they've always done a full feeding and put it away and then come back and gotten a bit more, and then they leave for good.
for the rest of the day.
For the rest of the day, or yeah. Oh, there he is right there.
I've always sort of lived with the philosophy that if you take care of your neighbor and your neighbors take care of you, then there'll be no problems in the world. If the whole world could adapt that philosophy, I think it'd be a better world to live in.